What's poppin', T-Subs and Squad? So I'm here to give y'all the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 14, Hats Off, Shades On. My bad, y'all. So, the beginning of this thing, Candace and Cliff is working on her vocals because she's supposed to be going down to some studio. I forgot the damn man name, girl. Never heard of the man a day before in my life, and I'm starting to feel like he's only known around DC. And if I'm wrong, get me together. But she wants to work on the remix to the song that she was singing on, and I guess Cliff is going to help her to do that. Fine. Moving on. Tacky Jezebel, Giselle, and Great Dane go out to eat and to talk to Karen about what Thickweave told them about paying off raised taxes. Karen says that you will be an idiot to sit down with the green-eyed bandits and not think that anything is going to happen. I am on ready. Ready. Yes, God, Karen. And Karen was most definitely on ready. Most definitely on ready. When she asked Great Dane about her taxes, she made it very clear. Oh, you don't want to talk about it, huh? And they showed the montage of how when Cameron was going through her tax problems and how she was telling them that she didn't want to talk about it, but they kept trying to browbeat her and trying to force her and calling her all kind of liars and stuff to try to get her to talk about it. Ain't it funny how karma comes around? Ain't it funny how life comes around for you two green-eyed assholes? I'm glad you're getting your comeuppance, Robin. I really am. So Giselle drops the dime about what Wendy told them. And Karen owned up to it, and I'm glad she owned up to it. She said, yeah, I did say that. Now, Karen, you did lie when you said that you didn't say that you wanted it back. But I don't believe you meant that verbatim. I believe you was joking, you was cackling, you was kikiing. It was supposed to be a high five, click your glasses, chuckle, and then it was supposed to be over with. Like Thickweave, you are trying your best and your damnedest to take Monique's spot, and that's why you felt the need to drop the dime the way that you did. It was very messy, it was very petty, it was very childish, it was very passive aggressive, and this is why I just don't see it for you, Thickweave. I don't. And then when Karen was when Karen was sitting up there trying to imitate how Wendy was walking down, how Thickweave was walking down the staircase, girl, I hollered. Not only did I holler, Great Dane and Tacky Jezebel, Giselle hollered too, girl. That was the only time that I was with them chuckling and kikiing and laughing at somebody else's expense. And I'm just going to be real. Moving on. All right, y'all. So Thickweave is at home with her two boys, and she says her biggest focus is on education and how education was a big deal growing up in her house because her parents came to America with nothing and they turned that nothing into something and blah, 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 blah. And so for Karen to call her ignorant, it was really hurtful. And then she started going down this whole thing about how she achieved one of her doctorates while her dad was sick, or I think he died or something like that. And then she started talking about how she got through one while she was pregnant and yada 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 yada. And Thickweave, this is my whole thing. That means something to you, and that's great. But that still doesn't change the fact that you're a very ignorant person, and you are. And you're not ignorant because you're stupid. You're ignorant because you lack self-awareness when it comes to certain things and certain situations. Like, I was with Cameron when she called you ignorant because you is, bitch. This situation that's going down between Candace and Monique has absolutely not a nary goddamn thing to do with you. And you took it upon yourself to be down with the clique because you want to be down with the clique and the green-eyed bandits by any means necessary. And it would seem to me, with you having 4 degrees and you's a professor at Johns Hopkins and all of this, that you would be able to look past through all of that and see and understand that there are no sides to take in this because both of these ladies was wrong. Yes, should Monique have put her hands on her? Absolutely not. But that doesn't give Candace a license to go around saying whatever the fuck she wants to say up out of her mouth about people and feel like she's not supposed to get any consequences on the back end. You're going to pay on the front or you're going to pay on the back. And in this case, girl, Candace had to pay on the back, and that back was on the back of her head when Monique was pounding on it, and I won't mad at Monique for doing this. So, Dr. Wendy, you and your 4 degrees with your ignorant ass can exit stage left. Bye-bye, thick weave. See you, wouldn't want to be you. Moving on. So Ashley goes to see Dr. Donna, and she tells her about how her and Michael are unhappy sexually because she doesn't feel sexy, and when he touches her and when he kisses her, he feels like he's only doing that because she has baby Dean, and that's not fair. They do a baseline test for her postpartum depression, and she's not getting any better. So Dr. Donna suggests that she goes on vacation, and Ashley agrees. So I'm starting to feel like Ashley is the one who set up this trip to Portugal. And I kind of felt like she does need that because postpartum is very serious. It is. A lot of people make light of it, but it's nothing to make light about. It can be very serious. You know, you ain't got to worry about Dean, honey. You know, Dean old enough to get his learner's permit by this point. And if he ain't got that, he damn sure got his temporary. And he about to start taking his PSATs. So you don't have to worry about watching him. Dean can watch himself. And we already know what Michael like to do when he not in the company of you. So that's just where that's at. Moving on. All right, you guys. So Candace goes to see Chucky Thompson or Thomas. And he's a music producer, and he wants to listen to her song, When I See You. And then after he hears it, he tells her that he wants to hear more. And then he says that he wants to sign her to the label. And of course, she accepts it. Now, as much as I don't see it for Candace and how I'm not team Candace in any of this, how I felt like that rusty bitch got exactly what the hell she deserved, with her loud, wide mouth having ass, I can still not like you, but still go up for you in the same breath. And I ain't gonna lie, her song is a bop. Alright? I'm not even gonna hold Candace like that. Her song is a bop. And if and when it should ever come out, yeah, I'm gonna get it. I ain't even gonna lie. I am gonna get it. But see, I ain't gotta like you, but I can go up for what it is that you do. So I was here for Candace with that. Now, what was funny to me was how he pulled out that expensive bottle of champagne, but then he had the nerve to pull out plastic cups. And then Candace gonna say, shout out to the hood. Oh, now it's shout out to the hood? Now the hood is good enough for you. Because, you know, any other time, everybody is hood rats and hood boogers, progetic, ghetto, and this, that, and this. But now that you getting something from about the hood, now it's shout out to the hood. I mean, I guess so, Candace. Moving on. You know, I'm all about kissing ass when you got to do it, so fine. Monique is at home with her kids, and she's basically saying how low down Candace is for setting up peer oppression charges for a situation that the both of them played a part in. And she says that if the judge hears your story and I hear mine, I could be locked up in front of my kids, and the judge could say at any time, lock her ass up. And I was with Monique on that. It's like, Candace, at the end of the day, I could have respected you a whole lot more if you just decided not to fuck with Monique no more. But for you to sit up and only press charges on this girl because you're embarrassed that you got your ass tagged on national TV, I don't find no honor in that. I think you a whack bitch for that. And I just don't see it for you. And I'm just going to be honest. Now, I'm still going to get your song whenever it come out because it is a bop and I do like it. But other than that, girl, bye. I ain't seeing it for you. Moving on. So, Ashley and Dean go down to see Tacky Jezebel Giselle. See, y'all know Dean is trying out for his learner's permit. And so Dean actually drove Ashley until they got to the gate. And the producers came up and say, listen, this grown-ass baby cannot be seen, chugging a car because he's learning for his learner permit. So they had to change seats. You understand me? And and Giselle shows them the progress that horse stable she's living in is coming up. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still a horse stable. But you know, it looks a little bit glammo for horses. You understand me? So it is what it is. And then they get into this talk about how, you know, she's planning a girls trip. And how she really needs to do this without Michael, without Dean, and she's just going to have the ladies. So they get down to who's being invited, right? And so she says she's inviting on the ladies. So Jezebel says, well, everybody except Monique. And then Ashley says, okay, well, listen, Monique is my friend. And, you know, I don't see why she wouldn't go or why she can't go. And so then Giselle is like, oh, well, I don't want to hear that. You know, it's not that nobody wants to be around her, but this is a predicament that she put herself in. If she's going, I'm not going. Robin isn't going. Candace isn't going. And Wendy isn't going. You know what, Giselle? This is the shit that's really pissing me the fuck off about you, because you're really piling on as if Monique fought you. Monique did not fight you, Thickweave, or Great Dane. She fought Scary. So I'm not understanding why it means so much to you to ice this woman out for a situation that absolutely has, well, it does have something to do with you, because you played a big role and a big part as to why that whole fight happened and why it escalated. Like, let's just be honest. But it's just really pissing me off at how you're just constantly trying to just, oh, no, I don't want to be around her. Listen, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Bitch, don't be scared now. You weren't scared when you tried to run down on her about her house. You weren't scared when you were sitting up there trying to think of a whole lie that could be completely detrimental to her husband, her family, her kids, her household. Now you want to sit up and act so pious and moving on. So, Robin is doing a photo shoot for them tied dusty ass hats of hers, because Lord knows she needs every bit amount of coin that she can get to pay off that 90 thou wow. And some of the ladies are coming. Basically, Tomato said boring, dilapidated, dusty ass hats. Tacky Jezebel Giselle lets Thickweave know how Karen was imitating her walk. Great Dane says that it wouldn't be an event without Tacky Jezebel Giselle being messy. And then they show a clip of last year when she was confronting Monique while she was 8 months pregnant down to Robin's house, that trap house that she was renovating. But you know what, Robin? I don't feel bad for you. You allow her to get away with shit like that. So now she feels comfortable and at ease to do stuff like that. So it is what it is. You don't never hold her accountable for anything, but you want to sit up and hold everybody else feet to the flame over something that has absolutely nothing to do with you. And I'm just so sick of talking. I'm so sick and tired of talking about the fight at this point. I really hope this whole trip isn't a bash Monique section. She's not bothering y'all. She ain't worried about y'all. She only deal with Karen and Ashley. She don't talk about none of you frowsy assholes. So I really hope that this trip just be that, and we could just leave the whole Monique thing alone, because I'm sick of talking about Candace and I'm sick of talking about Monique. Moving on. Ashley let the ladies know that she's going to Portugal, and she holds up a flag. And of course, none of them dodo birds or dodo brains knew what country that flag was, but Thickweave, and that's only because she watched soccer with her boys. And we're going to move on from that. So then Thickweave, where her also casted as, decides to address Karen over what Tacky Jezebel Giselle and the Great Dane told her. Thickweave says that she's not one to brag about her degrees. That's a damn lie and a fool, because that's all you've done since you've been on this show is throw up in people's faces about how you have 4 degrees and how you a PhD and blah, 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 blah. Then she says that Karen always talks about uplifting black women and empowering black women, and she should be proud that a black woman has a PhD instead of tearing her down. That's mighty funny coming from you, because you also said it's supposed to be about black women and empowering black women, but look at how you constantly tear down Monique, who've done absolutely not a damn thing to you. That's the pot calling the kettle black. And I love Karen, because Karen got Wendy ass together so damn good. Wendy had no ammunition left to give her. Karen said, bitch, let me tell you something. I may not have degrees or as many degrees as you got, but I come from a very educated family. She says, I am a smart, successful, married businesswoman who started my business on the ground. And guess what? I didn't need a degree to do it. And that is the God's honest truth. A lot of people who sit up here and they get all of these degrees and they feel as though they could throw into people's faces or look down on people or talk down on people because they don't have it. And you know what's funny? I know a lot of people with PhDs and a lot of people with degrees, and they still ain't shit because they don't use their degree none at all. Look at Lynn on Girlfriends. That's true tea. I know a lot of people who have so many degrees, but they're not doing anything but working at a chicken joint. So girl, get out of here with all of this, you PhD in this and you PhD in that. Girl, don't nobody give a damn about your PhDs. That just should not mean shit to no one but you. Moving on. And then I love how Karen squashed the whole damn thing, and she went on ahead and showed her verbatim how she walked down them damn stairs, and she had everybody else join in with her, and went thick weave, had no choice but to laugh. Yeah, you needed to laugh because you looked at it and you sounded completely dumb, listening to backhand information that came from the two green-eyed bandits. And I hope you see Giselle for her damn works, much like Karen did. Moving on. So 2 days later, Monique countersues Candace, and Candace goes off. And Monique says 2 people are responsible for this fight. And that's just where that's at. Candace, the nerve of you. So you think that you can go out here, be a cause of a fight, be the cause of you getting your wig pulled and bumped in your head 2 or 3 times, and sue. You not only did you sue, but you waited a week for an apology that you was not owed. Because you were not, well, you were owed an apology for getting your, now I will say this, Monique, she is owed an apology for, no matter how I feel, but she is owed an apology for getting hands laid on her. But at the same time, Candace, you owe Monique an apology as well. You waited. So girl, get out of here. You're not a victim. You're not sitting at home with PTSD. You don't got postpartum. You're not sitting up here shivering in your covers every night, scared to Monique finna kick down your door and smack your chick. You understand me? Like, girl, bye. And I was with Monique. 2 people were responsible for this fight. So you want to see me good, bitch, I'll sue your ass too. And we'll just fight this out in court. Y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. I tried something new. Instead of waiting for the episode to go off, I just decided to do a little Ashley Miller approach. So I'm going to see how I like it in. It was all right, but I think I'm going to go back to my old formula. But drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about tonight's episode. And until next time, well, actually tomorrow morning when we do the live after show. And I better see y'all asses there. Bye.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.